Dear God in heaven, please help me to remember everything you want me to remember to tell this dream. Please help it to convey what you wanted to convey. Thank you for this opportunity, Father, to minister to your treasured possessions. And dear Yahweh, I ask that you grant this prayer and also bless the ones that hear it in the name of your Son, Jesus, Yeshua the Christ. Amen. So I had two dreams this morning. I just posted one right now, and I woke up. Well, let me read you a Facebook post that I posted this morning. I said, I just woke up from the second dream I had for the night. In the first dream, I was shown the urgency of how fast the events of the end days are approaching. I woke up, recorded that dream, then went back to sleep and had another dream, about to go back to sleep after this. In the second dream, I was shown amazing insight into the RFID chip, zombies, and the connection with black goo. I was shocked by the insight in the dream. I was literally shown that godly animals were not affected by the RFID chips. I saw that the bad ones were. I was also shown the mentality of the humans that volunteered to get the RFID chips and later turned into zombies. It's more than people think. There was other amazing insight in this dream. I just wanted to make this quick note. Okay, so that was the post that I did, and it pretty much sums up this video. And I might do it in two parts because this was a really, really long dream. So the dream started off, I was with a team. I knew it was my team. We was into the tribulation. Where into the tribulation, I don't know. And we, for some reason, I was again over my mom's house. I keep having dreams over there. I don't know why. And a lot of the furniture was moved out of the way. And I was telling them, my team, like, we need to, everybody was making sure we was charging everything up. Because in the dream, we was using power drills and guns to fight these zombies. So at first we was just in this house, like the furniture was moved out the way, except for like, it might have been a couch. I think it was a couch in there for us to sit down on. But like most of all the furniture was gone in all the rooms. And so we was going around charging up all these drills. We had all these chargers connected. We was making sure all the guns had bullets in them. And I was thin in the dream, which I am not thin. And my brother was there, who is not thin. He was thin. And we was wearing these like black military looking elite uniforms that I've seen myself in before as well. And so I'm assuming we had transformed bodies. But it was interesting that we was fighting. Oh, sorry. But it's interesting that we was fighting the zombies with guns and power drills. So, but that's what we was using. And so in the dream, I was going around making sure everything was together, and everybody had all their weapons and everything. And then when the zombies came, it's like as soon as we got ready, these zombies came, and it was like, man, it was so many zombies. Like I want to say easily 100 of these zombies, and we had like AK-47s. I don't know guns, but we had, I don't know how to shoot no gun. I don't know nothing about no guns. And we had these guns that was shooting out a whole bunch of bullets at one time too. And we was just taking that, and we was just shooting up these zombies and everything. And then I remember putting a power drill, I guess it was cordless, because I remember making sure, I looked at it and made sure the cover was on the drill part. I had some kind of cover on it. So I want to do real drills have a cover on the drill that you can put on the drill part. Because I have a drill and I don't have that. So I don't know. But it has some kind of cover on it. And I put it in my back, like in the back of my pants. And then I had like guns all over me and everything. And, I'm very curious to know if anyone has had dreams fighting zombies that you ever fighting with guns. And, I'm just let me know. I'm very curious. And I'm thinking that God did that maybe because when we kill them, it can look like, we can appear to kill them in a human looking way, and I have to say this too, in case somebody is saying like, why would you be in the tribulation fighting these creatures? But God has given me multiple dreams that I will be in the tribulation, working for him, ministering for him, healing the sick. I've never had a dream fighting zombies ever, ever. And people have had dreams about me fighting zombies this many times. And I keep telling them, I've never had a dream like that. I've never had a dream like that. Well, now I had a dream like that. So I guess God wanted to confirm the dreams that they had, And so anyway, they came in, we're shooting the mess out of them. And we're flipping. I mean, we're doing. We had these bodies. We must have been transformed. We was so agile, and we was like just flipping everywhere and just doing all these moves to kill these zombies. It was crazy, and none of us got hurt. None of us got injured. And so we just blast them and shooting them all over the place, and they just coming at us all crazy. And we had no fear. I had zero fear in the dream at all whatsoever, and it was just, like I was on a mission, like I was some elite soldier or something. And I'm just killing these things. And then we all ran out of bullets. And, like a few people ran out first, and then we kind of backed up. And then when everybody was out of bullets, the zombies just froze. They literally just stopped coming at us all together. They just stood there. And I remember in the dream, I instantly took a count of how many zombies it was. And I said it was 30 something. I said the number in the dream, but I know it was 30 something. And so then they just froze. And then we went in the next room, and they're in the house. And it's like 30 something of them. They're just standing there like, just froze. And we went in the next room, and we got lunch. And we was cracking up, laughing, cracking jokes. We was having a good time. We was just laughing. And then I broke away from the laughter, and I told everybody, we need to get some more bullets. We got to go get some more bullets for the guns. And so then one of the people on the team, it was a female, and she had some kind of device that looked like a cell phone, but it wasn't. It was some high-tech device. It wasn't a tablet or a phone. I had a knowing of that. And she took out this device, and she looked up where, we was looking for bullets. For some reason, she looked up Home Depot, and to my knowledge, Home Depot doesn't sell bullets. So I don't know. I thought about that after the dream. I wonder if that means that we was making these special bullets out of some materials that we needed from Home Depot. I thought about that. I really don't know. So she looked up Home Depot, and then she was like, it says 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m., because we was looking to see what time they closed. And this was in daytime, by the way. This whole dream was in daytime. And it was extremely vivid. Let me say that. Extremely vivid. And it felt very, very real. Okay, just telling you all that. And so I came over and I looked at her device, and I said, oh, that's not the time it closes. Because she was just saying 2:33, 3 a.m., just looking down, trying to figure out what time it closed. And then I said, well, that's not the right website to tell us what time it closes. And then so I said, oh, I had a knowing. I said, Home Depot is not in this area. And so I said, look up Lowe's. I said, and I took the device from her, and I said, let me look up Lowe's. And so I look up Lowe's, and I said, oh, Lowe's closes at, I believe it was 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I'd say at the time in the dream. And so anyway, I said, well, let me go get the bullets. And I just told everybody, like, I'm going to get them. And when I went outside, and I say the area looked like my mom's house, but I'm not really sure. But because I'm sure she has Home Depot and Lowe's, I would imagine. She lives in Chicago, I would think. I don't know. But so anyway, I went outside. It was broad daylight, and it was like a ghost town. It was 0 people outside, and it was like nobody around. And I had a knowing of that. Like it was like nobody around on the block. And I remember walking to my car and wondering if a zombie was going to come at me, but then I knew that it wouldn't. Like I had a knowing, like we was protected, like it was not going to come at me unless I was ready to kill it. I just knew that. So I went in the car and I left to go get the bullets. And then the dream switched. The Lord started showing me visions. Well, not visions. The dream just literally switched to another dream. It felt like another dream, but I was still in the same dream. And what the Lord was showing me was these animals. I saw dogs, I saw cats, and different types of animals that were godly animals. And these animals all had that RFID chip in them. And I was literally shown that the animals that were godly, that were good, like I was literally shown, I can still see them as I'm talking. And I was shown that even though they had those chips in them, they did not transform into ungodly beasts and everything. But then I saw that there was animals that were evil. Okay, and I know somebody's like, animals can be evil. Well, that's what I was shown in this dream. And these animals were evil. Now, the Bible was written to mankind, so I don't know what rules God has for animals. But I saw that the animals that were wicked, that had those chips, they turned into something like Cujo. Okay, I'm 41. It's an old movie. If you don't know it, it's a really like demonically possessed dog. I mean, that's like foaming at the mouth. They was crazy. And they was just like the zombies, like after humans. And they turned into these like creatures. That's just demonic creatures. Even the way that they looked was different. Like the way a normal dog looked, they even took on a different type of look, like a demonic look, And so anyway, I was shown that with the dogs, the cats, and I had a knowing that it was all the animals that had these chips in them. And so then the dream switched, and I was shown a talk show. This guy was given a talk show, and this guy was very ungodly, very demonic, and he had like these really bugged out eyes, like these big, he looked like a regular guy, but just demonically possessed. I guess that's how you can put it. Like he was demonically possessed, and he was doing the show. And he had two people on his show that had the RFID chip. And they was acting completely normal at first, like nothing was wrong with them. And they were there to promote this clothing line that I've seen in real life. Like, I don't know, a year or two ago, I posted on Facebook, for anybody that remembers. And I don't know how long ago that was. And I showed how Kanye West and some other celebrities are promoting this gender neutral line where men wear skirts and women dress like boys, and they call it gender neutral. And that's what these people were promoting. And I had a knowing that they were for gay marriage, they were for, and the talk show host as well, and his audience. And they were promoting this gay lifestyle. They was for, anything for gays. And I had an instant knowing that those people with those RFID chips, they was going to become these zombies. That was going to happen to them. Now, I've never had a dream where God has shown me anything about the homosexual agenda. Of course, I don't believe in it because the Bible doesn't support it. But this is the first time he literally showed me the mentality of these people that were volunteering. And they volunteered to get these RFID chips. And they had that mentality and towards gay marriage. And so they came to the talk show host to promote that and this new clothing line. But then they couldn't stay there. They was only on the show for like, I want to say 5 minutes or less because they turned into zombies. And so, and let me say this too, I keep forgetting. In the dream, I had an instant knowing that the government was behind these zombies. It was something that the government, I can't believe I didn't say that, but I got to say that. The government had released to make these things turn into zombies. And I had an instant knowing that it had to do with black goo. Now, I was shown, if you see my locust dream, which I'll put in the comment section as well, I was shown that the locust and black goo connection with the turning in people into zombies. I was shown that. And I knew, and I don't think I ever said this in that video, but it's the truth. I might have said it, but I had an instant knowing that those zombies was targeted for certain people. And I knew in that dream that whoever they targeted, they got. Like, you could not get away from them. If they was on your list, you was done for, period. No one could save you. I knew that. Anybody that tried to save us is out, And I don't know if I said that before, but there it is. So anyway, they turned into zombies and they couldn't stay on the show. So then the guy that was the talk show host, he just promoted their clothing line, and he brought up these two mannequins. And one was a male mannequin and one was a female mannequin, and they were wearing these clothes. And then I knew when he promoted, when he showed the male mannequin, that it was what the guy was bringing out, and I knew that the guy was also gay in the dream that had turned into a zombie. And the guy on the mannequin had on this he was wearing like these gender neutral looking clothes, and his shirt was like this spark. I wouldn't call it gender neutral, really. It looked like girly clothes. And his shirt was purple, and it had like this sequence on it. And it was like a real, like, I guess you can say pretty for a girl. I wouldn't call it pretty because I know what it is, what they're trying to do. But it was supposed to be gender neutral. And he had on a hat, he had an earring in his ear, the mannequin did. And he had on, some white looking skirt looking pants. I know that sounds ridiculous. It was like pants with a skirt on it or something. It was like pants and a skirt connected. And so anyway, the talk show host presented that. And the mannequin had blonde hair. I'm just trying to give you all the details that I can. And the talk show host's hair was brown. And the male mannequin had blonde hair. And so then he showed the female mannequin, and she had dark brown hair, and she was dressed in these neutral clothes, and her clothes looked more like boy clothes. They're supposed to be gender neutral, but they look like boy clothes. And so the talk show host was just presenting that, and then he switched over and did a scene where he showed people volunteering for the RFID chip. And I focused in on this 3 people. It was a black lady, and she was a little bit big. She was a big black lady. She, overweight, I guess. And she had 2 Caucasian women on her sides. And they was all giggly and happy, and they was in some kind of, I guess you can say, clinic or something, but it didn't really feel like a clinic in a dream. It just felt like a place that they was giving out these chips, and they was so happy to get their chip. Oh, and they was wearing those gender neutral clothes. All 3 ladies was wearing that garbage. So I knew they promoted that. And I had an instant knowing that they also promoted the gay agenda, the gay marriage, the gay lifestyle. They was friends with gays and stuff like that. I instantly knew that. And so they was so happy and giggly to get their RFID chips and everything. And that was the end of the dream. But, definitely this is it was a very long dream, very detailed. And I was telling somebody about this dream, and they asked me, they said, well, do you think that the humans that get these chips that don't have, that are, that can be godly, that it won't affect them like it didn't affect the dogs? You know what? If God showed me that, I would tell you straight up the answer. But that's just not what I was shown. I'm just saying that's not what he showed me. He showed me about the animals. I'll definitely say do not get those chips. I don't know if you all know, but in Wisconsin, somebody, Helping Hands Ministry, she sent me a video, and it was showing how in Wisconsin they have this place where they are administering it, the RFID chips, at some job site. And all over Europe, I mean, it's they even have kits. You can give your own self the RFID chip, okay? It's been all over the Philippines for over 10 years, okay? Well, not all over the Philippines. Let me take that back. A rural area, actually, of the Philippines that even probably many Filipinos probably don't even know about. But it's a rural area that they've been doing that too. And different parts of the world, I can go on and on, but but it's definitely here in America right now, and definitely, the Lord wants to stress that don't take those chips, and don't be for the gay agenda, and I have so many people, and I hate to say this, but I'm just going to say it, because I'm sick and tired of being afraid of what to say because of somebody's fragile feelings. But I have had so many people reach out to me because they are homosexual and they believe in once saved, always saved, and they don't want to get right with God. They want to continue in their sin because they gave their life to Christ and everything's all good. It's not all good, okay? It's not all good. And I'm going to say this, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, because I got so many people down my back about this issue because they don't want me to say anything. I don't care. You better get right with God, because You don't want this to be your future. You do not want this to be your future. I'm telling you right now. You do not want this to be your future. So you need to get out of that lifestyle. You need to get right with Christ. God made us male and female. And if you are supporting that, because in this dream, like the ladies I saw, I knew that they wasn't gay. They was not gay. But they promoted that lifestyle. They believed in that lifestyle. You know, and the Bible talks about God giving people over to a reprobate mind. And I do believe with all my heart that God will give them over to a reprobate mind. And they will take that chip. They will. If they don't get right with God before it's too late. Okay, so this is a warning. Please share this with everyone you know. Do not take the RFID chip, because later on you may seem human at first, which is what I saw. You act human, there's no problems, you're getting along with your day. But then when those locusts come, like I saw in my other dream, and they was targeting certain people, you know, and these people that with these chips and have taken it. And it's amazing because I just remember right now, there's another brother, Ryan, I can't remember his last name right now. And he also had a dream that the locust was going after people with them RFID chips. Okay, so don't play with God. You're playing with fire. Don't do it. You know, I love you all so much. I pray so much. Even if people coming against me, you have no idea how much I pray for you. I pray for you so much. So much. I really do. And I cry and I pray. And I will continue to do so. And they will probably attack me after this video. And I want you to know I love you. I'll probably delete your comment, but I love you. I do. And I will pray for you. Okay? Anyway, please heed this warning. God bless you all.